Hey everyone, welcome to Butt First Yoga. Today we're going to be doing a 30-minute abbreviated flow. So I've taken what I would normally do in a 60-minute practice and I've condensed it down to meet 30 minutes approximately. So if you are short on time or just looking for a shorter flow for any reason, this is for you. Enjoy. All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and start today in child's pose. Go ahead and set your knees out wide. The further out wide they are, the more of a hip opener this will be. Let your hips sink down towards your heels as you reach your hands forward. Spread all 10 fingers apart. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Heavy exhale out your mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Go ahead and do that one more time, maybe feeling your belly press against your thighs as you inhale. And heavy exhale, let it all out. You can stay with this breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Or if you want to cultivate that victorious yogi breath, the Ujjayi breath, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. So creating kind of an oceanic sound in the back of your throat, a little bit of a constriction. We'll stay here for a couple more breaths as you just start to come to your practice. Maybe today you think about how you can really focus on yourself for these 30 minutes, putting everything else aside, knowing that this is not about perfection. This is about showing up. Just being present with yourself. If your mind starts to wander, that's perfectly okay. Mindfulness is about bringing your mind back. So if you notice that you start to plan or that you start to reflect, can you pull yourself back into the present moment and just let yourself be? On an inhale, rise up to all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread all 10 fingers apart. Lift your head up away from your shoulders like a turtle poking its head out of the shell. Inhale, cow, lower the belly. Lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, cat, round and curl the spine in. Inhale, cow, lower the belly, open the heart forward. Exhale, cat, round and curl the spine, press through the palms. Inhale, cow, one more time. And exhale, cat, round and curl the spine. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Take a nice exhale as you neutralize through your spine. Inhale through the nose, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go high and back, heels go low. They don't necessarily have to touch the mat. That's not the goal, but we want to be in this upside down V position. Ears are between the biceps. Press one foot down at a time, pedaling out the heels. Continue with your breath, keeping it steady, whatever that means for you today. Allowing it to flow in and out, whether it be through your nose or through your mouth. Inhale, find stillness, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Take as many baby steps as you need to bring the feet behind the wrist. We take a forward fold position here. Give yourself a generous bend in the knees. This is likely the first forward fold that you've done all day. And if you want to take that ragdoll pose, you can reach for opposite elbows, opposite biceps. Allow the head to hang heavy as if water could just drip off the back of your neck, down off your head. Tailbone continues to reach up high towards the ceiling. Maybe you bend your knees so much so that your belly even rests on top of your thighs. Option to take some movement side to side. Shake it out, yes and no. Really, whatever feels good is what I want you to be doing here. We'll all find our way back into stillness. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Find length through your spine. Lower the belly down. Pull it in towards the spine. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Press through the shins. Shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the tailbone back. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Grow long in the spine. Belly button up and in. Find length. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the big toes to touch. We'll inhale as we lift up one vertebrae at a time. Head and neck are the very last things to come up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Maybe the hands come to heart center, finding what we call samasthiti. You could close your eyes or gaze down at your middle fingers here, finding a soft gaze. And right here, I want you to think about, again, how can you focus on yourself today, on your mat? And once this flow is over, taking that with you off your mat, honoring your body enough to know when it's right to say yes and when it's right to say no. At any point in this practice, if you want to say yes to something or if you want to say no, it's your practice and you are welcome to do that. Inhale, reach the arms up high, extended mountain pose. Relax the shoulders down the back, ground through the four corners of the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Hands travel through the center. Soft bend in the knees as you hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Get long in the spine. Exhale, plank. Hands under the shoulders. Step the feet back. Right away, you have the option to lower down to the knees if you'd like to, keeping a long spine from the tip of the head down towards the knees. Otherwise, you can stay up on your toes, creating that long plank position. Pull the kneecaps up by contracting through your quads. Press the heels back and press through the palms. Think about pushing down to lift up. One more deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Elbows brush the ribs, whether you're on your knees or your toes. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Hands stay in. Squeeze the elbows back. Open the heart forward. One more breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes. Hips go high and back, just like we were before. Maybe you notice that you can have a soft bend in your knees. Maybe you're starting to feel a little bit more warmed up here. We're going to flow through that Sun A, one breath, one movement. Luckily, this is all on video, so if at any point you want to slow it down, you are welcome to do so. This is your practice and your time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Feet behind the wrist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain root down, rise up. Pinkies spin forward. Exhale, forward fold right away. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant the hands, step back, lower down in just one exhale, halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra like we just did. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel the feet forward behind the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, right away, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant the hands, step the feet back, lower down in one piece. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you're ready, inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel the feet forward, forward fold. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, hips lower, arms reach. Shoulders melt down the back. Lengthen out the low back as you squeeze the inner thighs together. The weight goes back in towards the heels. You should be able to look down and see your toes. If this is uncomfortable for any reason, feel free to take your feet out a little bit wider to shoulder width or hip width. You could even take your hands to heart center or widen them up instead if you feel any tension in your shoulders. One more breath in, lower down an extra inch. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Lower down one piece. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. As you arrive in downward dog, inhale, right leg up towards the sky. This is not about height of the leg. It's really about that engagement through the back body. Spin all 5 toes down towards the ground. Keep the hips level. Press even through both hands. One more breath in. Exhale, draw the knee all the way in. Plant the foot softly between the hands. Back knee stays lifted. Open the heart forward. Front knee stays behind the toes. As you're ready, send the back foot down flat. Inhale, warrior 2. Front knee stays over the ankle. Press the knee out towards the pinky toes. Stack the shoulders over the hips, but relax the shoulders down your back. Find your gaze past your front middle fingers. Continue to reach, find length. One more deep breath in. Exhale, side angle pose. Bring the elbow down towards the top of the thigh. Reach up and over, finding your side angle. Now right here, the right arm is pressing out on the inner thigh, letting yourself open up that hip. Continue to spin the top rib back and the bottom rib under. Create space. Find your chest expansion. Always an option to just reach the arms straight up if reaching over brings in any tension. On an inhale, reverse warrior. Back hand slides down. We stay low in the legs. Reach the right arm up and over as you mount the left shoulder down the back. Open up through the right side body. Maybe find one more inch of depth. One more deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step back, downward dog. Evening out on the other side. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky. All 5 toes down towards the ground. Press through the 10 fingers. Hips square towards the floor. One more deep breath in. Feel that activation. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the foot between the hands. Front knee stays behind the toes. Open up through your chest as you pull the heart forward. As you're ready, inhale. Plant the back foot down. Open up, warrior 2. Shoulders over and hips. Front knee presses towards the pinky toes as you reach out long here. Find your gaze over the front middle fingers. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, up and over. Top rib spins back as the left elbow presses out on the left inner thigh. Think about opening through the hips, opening the chest. Maybe find your gaze up or down wherever is comfortable. Feet stay exactly the same. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach down as you reach up. Slide the back hand down as you reach the top arm up. Shoulder melts down away from the ears. Again, find your gaze where is most comfortable for you today. One more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step back, downward dog. We're going to flow through that one breath, one movement. Again, if you need to slow this down for any reason, feel free to do so. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel the feet forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes to touch. Inhale, chair pose. One breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, take your flow. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Down, take it down halfway. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right side first. Inhale, right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Spin the back foot. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, downward dog. Cartwheel the hands down. Step the feet back, shoulders width apart. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the foot between the hands. Inhale, warrior two. Back foot spins down. Front knee stays at 90 degrees. Exhale, side angle up and over. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, downward dog. Take one deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time, inhale. Exhale, bring the hips forward, find your plank here. Hands stay underneath the shoulders, press through the palms, specifically through the L-shaped fingers, the index and the thumb. Holding here, starting our core work. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold through your exhale. Taking these into hip dips. Inhale, drop to the right, back to center, and left, back to center. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now you're off on your own, taking these as fast or as slow as your body needs today. But imagine that you have a porcupine underneath your belly button here. And so we're lifting the hips up high, keeping them in line with the torso, not letting the low back dip down. You're doing great. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your plank and find child's pose, knees lower down, hips back. So our core is fired up. Again, just an abbreviated core work right there. Allow yourself to come back to rest. Maybe you find water here or your towel. Take 2 more breaths as you are. When you're ready, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Starting to add on to our flow now. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel the feet forward, feet behind the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. As you're ready, inhale, high, extended mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, chair, hips lower, arms reach. Lengthen through the spine here. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, bring the left elbow towards the outside of the right knee. Find prayer twist. Now, right away, if you know this is not accessible today, you can take your twist with an open arm here instead. Reaching the right arm back and the left arm forward. In prayer twist, pull the left knee back in line with the right, ensuring that the hips are staying squared and level. Bring the hands towards heart center. We hold one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose one more time. Inhale, hips lower, arms reach. Hold through your exhale. Inhale, hands come to heart center, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist. Right elbow outside of the left thigh. Pull the right knee back in line. Continue to open the chest as you lower the hips. Again, option for that open twist here instead. Or if you want to take this another step further, you can open the arms here instead if that is in your practice. Maybe it becomes part of your practice. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, take your flow. Plant your hands, step back, halfway down, chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, spin the back foot open, open up. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Now listen for the change. Moving into a little balance with half moon. We exhale back to side angle. Elbow comes inside the inner thighs. Look forward about 6 inches in front of your right foot, out towards the right corner of your mat. Start to press into your right foot, reach the right arm out, and we lift off the back leg, finding half moon. Now, if you have a water bottle nearby, this is a great time to use it as a prop to lift you up. Woo. If you have yoga blocks, those are other options as well. Right here, we're focusing on opening up through the front of the hip. Reach the left arm up high. Stack the shoulders. Avoid gripping into the right toes here. Find your breath. If you fall, we get right back up. This does not need to be perfect. If I did not have a wall right behind me, I absolutely would have just fallen over on my butt, and that's completely fine. One more deep breath in. Maybe try floating that bottom hand, finding a challenge here. And as you're ready, slowly, slowly, slowly lower back, warrior 2. Reach the arms out. Beautiful work. One more time, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, downward dog. Doing that on the other side, know that each side might show up a little differently, and that is totally okay. Just good information for us to have about our body. As you're ready, inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, downward dog. Exhale, low lunge. Spin the back foot down, inhale, warrior 2. Relax the shoulders. Side angle on your exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Now exhale, side angle pose, preparing for half moon. Look forward toward the left corner of the mat. Slowly start to release the right leg off the mat. Soften through the left knee, open up the hip. Try to flex through the right foot here, or find a Barbie foot. So it's like you're pointing your foot, everything except your toes. What we want to avoid is having a sickled foot. We want it to be really active. Press through the heel, open the chest. One more deep breath in. Maybe you float that hand. Exhale, warrior 2. Slow, slow, slow. Find control as you reach the foot back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, child's pose. Take as many breaths as you need right here. And as you're ready, we'll come up, swing the legs around towards the front of your mat. You can remove the flesh from underneath your sits bones. We'll start sitting up tall, ready for our hamstring stretch. Inhale, reach the arms up, relax the shoulders down. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. And we find that hamstring stretch. If you feel good in your hamstrings and you prefer a low back stretch, feel free to bend your knees here and find that generous bend to relax through the low back instead. Now the goal here is not to touch your toes. That's never the goal of yoga, right? It's really about finding that hamstring engagement. So draw the belly button down towards the thighs. Find that opening and find your edge. So this doesn't need to be painful. It shouldn't be painful. It doesn't necessarily need to feel like striving, but allow yourself to find that edge of where this stretch is. Inhale, roll it up, shoulders down and back. And exhale all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. As you arrive on your back, we'll bend both knees as if we were preparing for bridge pose, but we're not quite there yet. We're gonna open up our hips one last time. Bring the right ankle over the left thigh. Flex through the right foot to protect the knee. That keeps the lower leg active. You can stay right here if this feels great on your hips and you don't want to go any further. However, you are also welcome to reach through, grab behind the left thigh. If this feels good, your low back is on the ground, your head is safely on the ground, and you want a deeper stretch through your hips, you could reach around and find your shin as well. Again, find the stretch that works best for you. Gently push the right knee away from the body, opening up through the right hip. Now in class, if you are ever in half pigeon, this is a great alternative if maybe half pigeon feels that it's not accessible one day or it's not comfortable. or if anything's going on with your hips, or if you just want a different option in general, this supine figure 4 or supine pigeon is a really great option. Slowly lower the legs down, release the right leg, left ankle over the right thigh, reach through, grab behind the thigh. Flex through the left foot this time. Notice that the side might be a little different. I know that I am especially tighter on my left side than my right. So a lot of things I can do on my right, I'm not always able to do on my left. Again, just good information to have. Let your breath slow down. And slowly release the legs down, preparing for one bridge pose here. Pull your heels in towards your glutes. Hands might even brush past the heels. I don't know if my arms are too short, but my hands have never been able to touch my heels, no matter how close they are to my body. So hopefully they're very, very close though. Feet stay shoulder width apart. As you're ready, inhale, lift the hips up. We find bridge pose. Draw the knees in towards each other. Slight tuck of the chin, but keeping it off of the chest. Maybe you roll the shoulders underneath. Maybe you even find a bind behind the low back if that feels okay in the shoulders today. And if you do this flow more than once, maybe that's where you start to explore some options. If you try the bind one day or you don't try it the other, that's totally fine. This is about you. This is your practice, your options, your choice. One more breath in. Exhale, lower the hips down one vertebrae at a time. Bring the big soles to touch. Knees go out wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. The hands could stay out by your sides, or maybe you bring one hand onto your heart, one hand onto your belly. Allow the low back to neutralize, the hips to open, the breath to smooth out. Slowly bring the knees back together. We will finish with a final spinal twist. Hands can come out to a T or to a goal post here, whatever would feel best. Bring the knees up to a reverse tabletop. And as you're ready, drop them off towards the left side. Gaze could go to the right or stay up at the ceiling. Shoulder blades should stay planted down on the mat. You could even use your left arm to gently press down on the knees to pull them more into that twist. Inhale, bring the knees back up through center. And exhale, let them fall off to the right side. This time, gaze could go off to the left. Shoulder blades stay planted on the mat. Inhale, back up to center. Plant the feet down. When you're ready, squeeze the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself the biggest hug of the day. Maybe even kiss your knees. Thank your legs for all they did for you today. Thank your body for all it did for you. Give yourself a big hug. Squeeze it all in tight. One more big breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Legs extend out. The arms fall off towards the sides. This is your final resting pose, and this is often the hardest resting pose, or the hardest pose in general. Allow your mind to be still, just like your body. We'll be here for a couple of breaths before we finish our practice. If you find it's time for you to integrate back into your day, start to bring small movements to your toes, to your fingers. You could roll your wrists. Take a deep breath. Take a full body stretch, reaching your hands up overhead. Find length here. And then without any rush in getting there, we'll roll over to our right side and gently push ourselves up to a seated position. As you come back into your seated position, you can again remove the flesh from underneath your sits bones. Eyes could be closed or the gaze heavy. Sit up tall in your sits bones. We'll take one deep breath in together. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky, palms lift. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Thank you for taking this 30 minutes out of your day for yourself, yogis. I hope that you find more minutes today to focus on you and whatever your needs are, saying yes, saying no, knowing what's right to honor your body. Namaste.